All right. Good evening or good morning, investors. Welcome to another class. How we doing? Should be able to see the screen up there. Yeah, that's the right screen. All right, let's get started. All right, we have our portfolio, of course, posted up on the members area. The same way you logged in, just go to the private members page. You should be able to see this portfolio posted there for you. We have some updated stops to review. We have some new potential plays to talk about. And we have a few email questions to answer, and then we'll wrap it up. Also, by the way, May 4th. I'm not sure if we have anybody in the New Jersey area, but I'll be giving a seminar in New Jersey. I think 2 of them, actually. So if you're in the Jersey area and want to stop by and say hi, it's totally free. I mean, you can just come say hi if you want. If not, it's cool. I understand. Got other things to do. Anyways, looking forward to that. May 4th, I believe, is the day. It should be a Saturday. All right, our portfolio, we want to start with some of our stop adjustments. You should have seen those stop adjustments in the weekly letter, which went out yesterday. Just to be fair, I don't know if we can call it the weekly letter anymore. Starting Thursday, we're going to send out a bi-weekly short, nothing big, just a short update email that will include portfolio performance as well as potential plays. We had a request from quite a few people saying, hey, I can't sit and watch these videos all the time, well, although you are a wonderful person to sit and listen to, and I love your voice. I have to get to the point real quick, and they want to see the potential plays that they can take. They want to see any updates to the portfolio, and so we're going to really summarize that in an email that will come out Tuesday and Thursday after the market closes. Actually, probably a little bit later, but Tuesday and Thursday evenings. All right. But anyways, we have our stop adjustments in there. We were able to raise our stops, as you can see in the yellow highlighted boxes. When we say raise our stops, we mean that we're reducing our risk. And I say raise because we're only long, so we only have stocks that we bet on going up. And so we are able to raise our stop, therefore we are not risking as much on those plays. Now, at the top of the list here, these are plays that we've had for a little bit longer, and so you usually see the yellow boxes towards the top. If it's a newer play, we just haven't had a chance for the symbol to get moving yet, and we don't always get to move our stops on our newer plays. Got one here shaved 1% off of just for fun. But anyways, Target, Dollar General, United Technologies, Macy's, and First American Financial, I believe is the name of FAF. All right. So the cool part about that, we're locking in more profit on Target. Retail name. We do have a few retail names, and they got a little boost late in the week last week. So we raised our stops on Target, Dollar General, and Macy's, just in case people change their mind again this week. There's a lot of that going on right now. Now, if you take a look at some of those plays, you can see that many of our stops will be hidden under my blue line here. I love putting my stops under these lines. Sorry, this blue line right here. Right? And that's just the 50-day moving average. Many of you know what that is. No need to explain. We have Boeing. Now, this is one here. If you look at this Boeing, I get a lot of emails on, hey, what are you doing with that? You know, that was a quick mover. We hit our first target real quick. Seems like it's going really well. What are you doing? I'm going to include also in our Tuesday and Thursday email, I'm going to include relevant news for any of the symbols in our portfolio. And I'll show you in a minute where you can get that. So, in case you want to get it, sooner than the Tuesday and Thursday. But Boeing, by the way, looks like they're going to, after a little bit of a headache there, they're back on their way. So we saw a pop out of that the last 2 days, and we're being very generous with our stop. And I know we got, I'll call it lucky that we saw this quick move on Boeing over here, but I highly, highly doubt that Boeing is going to do anything in the downward direction very fast. Remember that Boeing in general, other than these 10 days right here, Boeing is an incredibly boring, slow-moving, high-priced stock. So like we said, when we broke out over those highs, chances are it was going to be all exciting, just like Yahoo when we played last summer. It's going to be all exciting, but then we'll be back to normal. So don't really freak out if you think your stop should be higher. You can, you can raise it, but I really don't think there's anything to worry about. Also on our page, please pay careful note to these dates here. These are the dates that the company is going to report earnings. And I do my best to only pick symbols that have at least some form of earnings growth. They have some form of return on equity. I mean, if you don't like the sound of these words, you can just hit mute for a second, right? So I like to do, symbols that are growing. They're making money. They are making a little bit more each quarter. Doesn't have to be a home run hitter, but they're making a little bit more money each quarter. I like to know that there's a good return on equity and there's good earnings per share growth that comes back to the investors. So usually these earnings dates are not too much of an issue. However, it's up to you to decide if you want to be a part of a symbol during earnings. It can get nasty. I wouldn't worry too much about like Boeing and United Technologies, the real big, Dow names, but some of our little guys down here, like this ICLR, the low volume names, we only really have one at the moment. They can be pretty nasty, so keep an eye on that. That's coming up later in the month, April 25th for ILCR. And just as a fun thing, I mean, this is in no way indicative of how it might be in the future. But if you just go back to the prior quarters, you go, oh, last earnings, gapped up a little bit, had a great day, right? Again, because this is a company that is growing, right? It's at least making some money. You can go back, and just kind of see, does it ever really gap down big? Right, here was kind of a problem. This is probably the earnings before that, right? Gap down here. This is a green candle, so if you're new with candlesticks, the opening price is down here. But it finished strong, so maybe they missed by just a little bit, but had good guidance going forward or something. Again, if you don't follow earnings or anything, you don't have to worry about it. Not a big deal. So, this is one I might be a little concerned about, but we'll see. Right? Anyways, just a heads up. I do know of a few of you that do not like to be in a stock when they release earnings, so I will do my best to point these out to you. We really don't have anything to worry about until you can see later in the month, after tax day, right? Now, I got an email on, hey, where do you find this date? And I showed in the last class, but real quickly, if you don't mind, I will just pop this up because there's a couple other things I'd like to show you. And I'm going to use the question was on the ViewTrade platform here. And since we do not have a date for GIL, G-I-L, let's see if they've found a date yet. Okay, so here's what you do. You go like this. You type in G-I-L. You hit enter. And we do not have an earnings date yet for GIL, right? If we did, here's what it would look like. Target, right? You could type in TGT. And for some of our English as a second language customers, you can type in Target, right? And it shows right there. So you could type in the name of the company as well if you don't know. But when you type that in, you hit enter. See how the earnings date is right here? And it tells you Target's earnings date is on May 22nd, 2013. So we have some time. And then if you click on it, it'll actually tell you how they've done in the past, right? Did they beat? How good were the analysts and stuff? And you can do that. So you can type in, any symbol you want. If you're out there looking at, say, trading this one again, United Technologies, the date, and it puts it right there, nice and highlighted for you, so you can't miss it. All right, and again, it's just earnings season now, so we'll talk about this for the next few weeks, and then it'll die down, and we won't mention it for another 5-6 weeks after that. All right. Also, the question, where do you find what sector the stock is in? On my charts, on the members page, I post the sector on the bottom part of the chart, if you guys are familiar with that. And what you do is you just say Philip Morris, PM, and you can go like this and see, well, it's tobacco. This is what they do, right? If you want to see like, let's do Macy's, right? You want to see what sector is Macy's in. If you don't know that company, they're a retail company. So it's pretty much just right there in front of you. And what's really cool is if you click on this, see what pops up here? It says, oh, here's some other retail companies. You got Sears and Dollar Tree, some of the other names in there that you can check out. You can go to the listed stocks, right? Those were NASDAQ. You can say, oh, there's JCPenney. Kind of a bad run for them lately. Dollar General, we know about that one. We've got Target, we got Saks. And so you can kind of see all the other names in the sector, sorted by volume, of course. And then I never click on this OTC here. Usually low volume names. And so that's that. So I just want to point that out. That answers an email question. I think we're good. Moving on. Some symbols that have been performing well. Target, looking like it's getting close to our $70 target, which we just came so close to before. It's had a good few days. We're looking for $70 on our second target. Target is not one of those companies that makes a lot, right? Compared to Macy's and Dollar General and stuff. I think we just got lucky on this one as being kind of a follow-along stock because the others were doing well. Target just kind of went along for the ride. They do okay, but there's nothing exciting on the profit front. So heads up for that $70 if you're going to hit that same target that I'm looking for. Macy's, by the way, you got Macy's for $45.50. Great couple days on Macy's starting last Wednesday. Everybody's excited about Macy's. All new highs, 52-week highs. So it's always good when you're in a stock and it's getting reported on TV as all new highs, right? 52-week highs today at Macy's. Volume's up. It's a good sign. So that's Macy's. Now let us review Boeing, by the way, right? Boeing up to new highs today. We already mentioned that. If you're looking on our spreadsheet, what we have is this is the first target that we shoot for all our symbols. We've already hit it for Boeing, see? And then this is the second one. So not quite there yet to $90 for Boeing, but we're in a good position. Currently we have about 12%. We're locking in 4% on what's left of our position. Okay, so we've already taken 7 to 8%. We're locking in another almost 4%. So really not one you have to stare at all day, every day, when you know you're making money either way. All right. Now at the bottom of the list, which you'll see, and also on the members page, you'll see a chart of the symbol PM, Philip Morris. Right. And so this is a potential play that we're going to take a look at. And actually, that's messed up. Let's do this real quick. Let's go back to that page. See how the earnings date? I don't think that's right. So I'll go back to my page here, right? And I'm just going to walk you through it again. Philip Morris, PM. We'll go for that. Thought so. April 18th is earnings for Philip Morris. We'll just go 418. There we go. Okay. Usually not one that gets too exciting on earnings, but you never know. Philip Morris, they make money. They make things that kill people. They are consistently growing, making money, and it's one of those stocks that even if the market pulls back, people think, well, they're going to, people are going to keep smoking, right? Just because the economy is doing bad, people aren't going to quit smoking. That's the thought. So it's one of those defensive type symbols. Not my favorite one to play, but we're looking at an entry of $95, and this will be, let's pull it up for you. This will be, where's my page here? So this is just a, there it is. This is just a simple move to new highs, right? And I think what you're seeing is just some people say, we're getting a little close, we're getting a little overdone here, and some people moving into these defensive names. And that's in the web trader, Mora. So if you log into your web trader, if you use the web trader, then it's just log in like you normally do. If you use the ViewTrade Elite, it is it on there? you have to do the detailed quote in the Market Watch, I believe, and you have to add description or add sector in the Market Watch column. That should do the trick. Yeah. So then, so I think Philip Morris, you just have some people saying, let's go for something that pays a little dividend that is typically defensive, and let's see what happens. So we're looking forward at 95. We got close to that today, actually a couple pennies over it, and I think that should be a fine entry going forward. Now, those of you that are regulars, looking down here in the bottom, you see a couple other names. Don't want to put them up as potential plays yet, only because one, MAR, got away from me. I was looking for that one a couple days ago, and it had a better day here yesterday than I was hoping for. So I like to see if that one takes a couple days off. Right? We run the risk that we're going to miss it and it's going to take off, but I think that's okay. So I'm going to see if MAR stays quiet, and we'll probably be looking for something like a $41.50 or a $42 entry price on MAR. Again, company is doing well. This is the Marriott hotels. Apparently people are out staying in hotels again. So it's doing well. And then BMC, I think we have a few more days on that. I'd like to see this one continue to pull back or stay here while the 50-day moving average catches up. Again, that's my blue line. And here's just, this is real simple weekly pattern. Remember, we always use our weekly chart to identify the symbol we want to play. We use our daily chart to tell us when to play the symbol that we just identified, right? Basically BMC over the past few weeks saw enough activity to take it to some new highs, some recent new highs, right? I look at this as just a simple pullback, right? People sitting, everybody bought through round one. They all dove in and said, okay, let's see what happens. Now on this pullback here, which is the same as this chart over here, right? On this pullback, the volume is pretty low. See these last two volume bars? Pretty low. The three over here, the volume bar is nice and strong, moving higher. So it says that people are not bailing out of this stock. People are just sitting back and waiting to see who's going to buy next. And hopefully it's going to be us. So I'm not going to make a chart for it yet. I think I've got a couple days. So look for this one on Thursday, both in the email as well as on the page. If you by chance, I mean, those of you that are watching the video or you're here, if it gets to 45, I think that's good. I mean, if it gets a little head start and wants to take off, 45 would be the number. But again, I think we got a few more days. I'd like to see if we could get it a little bit cheaper. We run the risk that it takes off without us, but we have enough long plays at the moment. All right. So that's basically it. I did cover the email questions, where to find the earnings, where to find the sector the stock's in, and how to find other symbols in that sector. So now you guys know if you use that, the web trader, you should be able to check that out. If there are any other questions, now's a good time. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. I'm looking forward to the Thursday email. I think that's going to help a lot of people. Sometimes I get a little long-winded, huh? You don't have time to sit there. I get it. It's late, for some of you, it's later in the evening or early in the morning, so that's what it will be. You'd like to see an email when a potential play is posted. Yeah, that's good. That's the goal. Yeah, definitely. So you're in that category too. There is a feed on our page that will send you an email. I don't think it works correctly. I get it, but I don't trust that quite. So you will see that. You will see the Tuesday. There'll be a little box on there say, well, not little. You'll see it say potential plays with the entry price, the stop price, and the two targets. So then every Tuesday and Thursday, you just boom, boom, get in the habit of doing that, seeing that email. If you check it Wednesday morning or whatever, that should be nice. I don't think there's really a need to do one more frequently, but we'll see how it goes. That way everybody gets an email. You got something, a little heads up before you can decide if you want to take the play. And then if you're not sure what the play is, there'll always be that video from the class, right? So you'll be able to see what is he looking at. And then I'll just do this class just reviewing the portfolio and why we're looking at the plays that we're looking at. So I think it's a good format. Steve says he's going to call. He never calls. Like a woman by the phone, man. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wow. I know you guys got a lot going on there with the business and everything. No problem. I'll be here. Trying to get Brad out to play some golf. Anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of, reviewtrade.com. You got it. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, depending on where you're coming to us from. Enjoy. Look forward to that email on Thursday. And Philip Morris is the play going forward, 95 as an entry price. If you missed any of that or came in late, it's all on the Trading Wings members page. All right. Enjoy. Talk to you guys soon.